This is the Jimmy and Tony Review Show, armed with the ability to rate things out of 4 aces, starring Jimmy, the Torch, and Tony Ajikan.
Welcome to another episode of Jimmy and Tony, on the go with Jimmy and Tony.
Mm-hmm. What are we looking at today, Tony?
We're looking at retro video games.
Nice.
I know, we're looking at Aladdin, Batman Forever for the Sega Genesis and the SNES.
And also, new game, Epic Mickey not out yet. We're going to give you a little preview on that and just kind of talk about it, what we think and what we hope for it to be, really. So, without further ado, let's get it started. Welcome to everyone's favorite old Disney game, Aladdin, which some of you may have played. It's amazing, actually.
It is. I wasn't a big fan of most of the Disney games back then because, Toy Story sucked, Lion King sucked. I mean, not movies, the games. But this game was way out there. It's on my top 5 old-time games.
I'm going to disagree with Lion King. I enjoyed Lion King. Maybe that's just because I was so young. But Aladdin is definitely a gem that has aged well. It's ridiculous. You come back to this game, and you played it last time you were 10, and you just respect it more now, even. It's ridiculous, just like the design of it all.
Yeah, actually, I was playing it this morning. Anyway.
Throwing apples.
So, we give it how many stars, Jimmy? Aces?
Aces? For its time, I would say 4 out of 4 easy.
Yeah.
For its time. I think even 4 out of 4 now, really. It's just like a classic, design type. And it's just so charming. You can't get better than this. It's just amazing. Difficulty might be a little high for the younger audience.
Yeah.
But it's...
But if you have a Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Batman game sucks.
Yeah, that's about it. I give it if I could give it 0 stars, I would, because it's so bad. It was impossible for a little kid to play this stinking game.
I went back to it recently, and I still couldn't play the game. It's ridiculous. The first level, there's just this point where you hit a wall, and there's no forward progression. That's
I think I've been there. I think you're supposed to use the grappling gun.
What?
But still, I agree with you.
I couldn't.
Okay, but the grappling gun, it's very,
iffy.
Yeah, it doesn't work all the time. It's like, try, it won't work, and you're like, what? And then eventually you get up there, and then you have to come back down, because the door will open eventually. You can't go through that hole.
That's a perfect example of a bad game.
So don't play it ever.
Yeah, get Aladdin twice, instead of getting this and Aladdin.
Yeah, and if you did, try to forget. Best you can.
Haunts my dreams still.
So, what can we say about this new game, Epic Mickey?
Epic Mickey, the first good Disney game in a long time is what we can say other than Kingdom Hearts.
And Aladdin.
Well, yeah.
But that's really old. We're going really old school with that one. Anyway, Epic Mickey. It's an RPG for the Nintendo Wii. It's coming out. Highly recommended.
Exclusive for the Nintendo Wii. Can't really recommend it yet, but it looks like we should be recommending it. Because Warren Spector, who started his own studio, actually, Warren Spector is the guy who worked on Deus Ex and System Shock, which is actually the inspiration for games such as BioShock 1 and 2. So, this guy's making a Mickey game. You know, the darkness of BioShock.
With Mickey.
With Mickey, exactly. And it basically visits all, it visits, the 20s cartoon of Mickey. You're in and out of all these different universes in the Mickey world.
I think the main universe is called the Wasteland, is what I think I read. And the cool thing is, Mickey could be good or evil. You have complete control over Mickey's actions.
You can choose to help or not help, which is definitely a new thing for players to do with Mickey.
Yeah.
It's not something new to games, per se, but with Mickey, it's kind of weird, because you got basically this paintbrush system where you can paint things in and out of existence. You can paint some dude's house out of existence to make getting to that objective easier, but that dude is going to be angry that you just erased his house.
I would.
I mean, it sounds like you're being pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Using that paintbrush for selfish reasons. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So, Epic Mickey due out. Do we even know when it's due out?
It's not clear yet, but it's going to be out sometime. You should check it out.
And it's still got a rating pending by the ESRB. So, if it gets teen, I'm just going to freak out. It's probably not, because they want to appeal to still the younger audience, but adults will see some dark elements in here that kids won't recognize.
Like that. What the hell is that?
That looks terrifying.
I think it's going to eat me.
Yeah.
This concludes another episode of Jimmy and Tony on the go.
Thanks for tuning in, and in the words of Spock, live long and subscribe.
Exactly.